Sucker Punch Studios have finally announced when we can play Ghost of Tsushima. The game will launch on June 26th on the PS4, and now previously they've said that they were going to release it somewhere around summer of 2020, but looks like they wanted to go in for a much earlier release window. Now, to be honest, I love that they're releasing the game in June because it's just 1 month away from Last of Us Part 2, so immediately after finishing the masterpiece, then we can now just move on to Ghost of Tsushima. Now, along with the release date, we've also got a brand new trailer for Ghost of Tsushima, which we will be breaking down into little pieces, and we'll also take a look at all the small details and all the pre-order bonuses and all the game additions that you guys might have otherwise missed out on. Now, the story starts from the Komoda Hama beach, where the Mongol Empire invasion took place in Tsushima Island in the year 1274, where only 80 samurais were sent to defend the beach against thousands of Mongol fleet invasion.
There must be thousands of them. We will face death and defend our home.
The samurai warriors are the legendary defenders of Japan until the fearsome Mongol Empire invades the island of Tsushima, wreaking havoc and conquering the local populations. Jin rises from the ashes of the battlefield to fight back, but samurais have their own honorable codes, rules, and tactics when facing their enemies, which obviously won't be leading them to the victory. Due to this, Jin takes a different kind of approach to the enemies, moving behind your samurai tradition to forge a new way of fighting. The way which they so call the Ghost, as you wage an unconventional war for the freedom of Japan. Now, with Tsushima on the blink of destruction, Jin Sakai must sacrifice everything to defend the ruthless Mongol invaders and protect what's left for his home and his people. Now, as he's embarked on this epic adventure for the freedom of Tsushima, he's now forced to set aside the samurai traditions and become a new kind of warrior. Now, in this trailer, we are now introduced to one of the newest characters in the game, and the first one being Jin's uncle, Shimura, who is the Jito Lord of Tsushima and a father figure to Jin. Now, Shimura is the one who trained Jin since childhood and in the traditional ways of the samurai, and in the trailer we can see him training a younger version of Jin for 15 years before the Mongol army invasion. And now Shimura grows increasingly concerned by the tactics Jin starts to adapt as he abandons his teachings and becomes the Ghost of Tsushima.
You will be no better than the Mongols.
I trained you to fight with honor.
Honor died on the beach. The Khan deserves to suffer.
Now, the second most important character that we get to see is Cotton Khan. The Khan is the leader of the invading Mongol army and a ruthless, cunning enemy who uses everything he knows about the samurai's traditional fighting ways in order to destroy them. Now, Khan is said to be the most brutal, unrelenting adversary that Jin will quickly learn not to be underestimating. Now, Khan was introduced for the first time in the first trailer of Ghost of Tsushima, which was held in Paris Games Week 2017, and this could be like the second time we're getting to see him as a character in action once again. So it seems like Khan is going to be one of the most important antagonist character in Ghost of Tsushima. Now, one of the most important aspects of this game is that the music and the view. Like, man, I just can't stop staring at how beautifully well done these locations are. And now, of course, we already know the Ghost of Tsushima is an open world game, and we also got to take a small glimpse at all the different locations in Tsushima. It seems like the weather and the lighting effects is what makes the game the most beautiful, and Sucker Punch have already confirmed that we will be having a completely dynamic weather system. And in one of the clips that we could see Jin riding on a horse in a snowy region, but we don't really know if the snow can dynamically occur any time around or if the snowy locations are fixed in the game. And if it does turn out to be dynamic though, then I think it would be really cool to look at all of your favorite locations in the map in different weathers. To be honest, I'm just too excited to completely lose myself in the world of Tsushima. Now, in one of the clips you can see that Jin can use a grappling hook, which is said to be a skill that you can unlock over time as you progress through the game. And we also have more gameplays on stealth where Jin infiltrates the Mongol base with some really cool looking parkour actions. Now, the interesting thing is that it looks like the game will have player choices that will allow you to choose if you want to play as the Ghost, who chooses to get involved in the dark and aggressive path and do anything it takes to put out the Mongol leaders. Or you could also choose to follow the honorable traditions of the samurai tactics in order to face your enemies in the battle. So at the end of the day, it seems like decision making between being a good guy or the bad guy is going to be something that will impact your playstyle. and probably even the storyline of the game. But we don't really have any confirmation about that yet, but judging by the look of Sucker Punch's previous projects, I believe that they could make the playstyle choices a huge part of the game. Now, a friend of mine who's also a YouTuber whose channel goes by the name Jaw Raptor has also confirmed that he got to see the closed door E3 gameplay back then in 2017, where the developers did confirm that Ghost of Tsushima will have player choices as a major part of the game. But that was confirmed like probably 2 years ago, so things could have changed a lot ever since. Maybe the developers decided to remove the player choices, or it could still be a part of the game during the launch. However, I would love to see a raw, unedited gameplay of this game, and now that we are so close to the release date, I'm pretty sure that we will be getting to see some new gameplay probably in the month of April. But thanks to all of the different editions they have now revealed on the PlayStation blog post, we now know what they are trying to go for. With the first one being the Digital Deluxe Edition, where you get the Hero of Tsushima skin set, which will include items like Golden Mask, body armor, SWAT kit, horse, and a saddle. Now, Sucker Punch have mentioned that this is going to be a skin set, so I think these items will be a cosmetic only exclusive, or at least for the bonus items we get for the different editions. So it seems like these bonus items are visually cosmetics only and will not be impacting your gameplay, so all the different armors that we have seen so far in the previous trailers are said to be a cosmetic items only. And now in the blog post it says that in-game items are unlocked during the storylines, so I guess you will not be having these items right from the starting of the game. Now, the Digital Deluxe Edition also includes one technique point, which can be used to unlock various skills for your players, similar to grappling technique that we have seen in the previous gameplay. And you also get the Charm of Hachiman's favorite, which likely gives you some sort of an XP or health boost or something like that. You'll also be getting a digital mini art book by Dark Horse, a PS4 dynamic theme, and also the director's commentary where the developers will explain to you about the process of the game. Now, apart from the digital editions, we also have the physical edition, so-called the Special Edition, which will give you a black matte steel book with a really cool looking samurai cover design, along with the rest of the digital downloadable content. But the really big downside to this physical edition is that you don't really get the in-game armor set, so make sure that you guys keep that one in mind. And finally, we have the Collector's Edition, which includes all the Digital Deluxe Edition content and also a cloth map for the island of Tsushima. You also get a Sashimono war banner that was used in the invasion battle of the samurais, which is nearly 4.5 feet long, and you get a Furoshiki wrapping cloth, a mini art book, and finally a Sakai mask with a stand to place your collectible mask on. It looks like the mask is made of polyresin, so it might be quite heavier than you think. Now let's talk about the price of all the different editions. The standard edition will cost you about $60 in the United States. The digital edition will cost you $69.99 USD. The special edition will cost you $69.99 United States dollar as well. And the collector's edition will cost you $169 in the US. Now, the pre-orders have already been opened, so you can either go to your PlayStation Store to order it digitally right away, or you can also pre-order it from the official Ghost of Tsushima website. But if you're getting the collector's edition, then I would totally suggest you guys to go ahead and pre-order it right away, as the stocks are said to be very limited. Now, I would like to know which edition you guys are going to be pre-ordering though. I think I'm gonna go with the Digital Deluxe Edition, as we get some really cool in-game downloadable content. And the only reason to why I don't want to go for the Collector's Edition is because the mask you get in the Collector's Edition cannot be worn on your face. It's just a small display figure you can place on your table. But then if you're a fan of collecting these models, then I would totally recommend you guys to go for it. But otherwise, the best edition that you can get as of now would be the Digital Deluxe Edition. So let me know in the comments down below on which edition you guys are going to be pre-ordering and why. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, then leaving a like would be really appreciated. And I will be covering Ghost of Tsushima completely from gameplay and all the open world activities and unlockable guides that you guys will ever need in the game will be available firstly on my channel. So if you're looking for a channel that covers Ghost of Tsushima, then you should consider subscribing to my channel and turning your bell notifications on. With that being said, I hope you guys have a blast of a day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Till then, take care fams, and goodbye.